Hi everyone, welcome. This is Carla with DiscoverYourCenter.com. Here I'm in my kitchen today because I want to talk to you about meal planning. Meal planning is a form of self-care. It took me a long time to realize that, but once I did, I realized how much it gives back to me during the week, how much energy, how much time with my family, and peace of mind. Because when you move into the kitchen for the dinner hour and you really don't have a plan, it's just a recipe for stress. And there's little things you can do earlier in the week or other times during the day or on the weekend that can really open up that dinner time hour for you to really enjoy preparing and enjoy eating with your family. So, like I said, it didn't start as an easy process for me. I just started by taking 2 meals a week and trying to simplify by planning ahead. And so on the weekend I would choose what those meals were and I tried to stick to those 2 meals. After that was going really well and I realized that it was so much easier when I had a plan and I already had some things prepped out, I started to plan more days. I got into planning on the weekend for almost all my meals during the week, and I would just write them down on a little piece of paper, get my groceries at the grocery store, and then I started adding in a little bit of prep time on the weekend, and now I have a system and I'm constantly tweaking it as well, and it's very imperfect, but I love it and it works for me now. So this is my meal planning board. And the story behind this is I did buy this board and then it sat for 2 weeks before I put it up on the wall. And once it was on the wall, it probably took another week or 2 before I started filling it out. And it wasn't full in the beginning. It took some time to just really build step by step. And now every week we have all of our days planned, our meals. This is only for meals during the week. And it has what we're having in the evening. It has, if there are regular activities, either once a month or every other week or on that night every week. So we know what's happening, who's in the house and who's not. I have the farmer's market schedule over here. And if we're going to someone's house for dinner or we're going out to a restaurant or anything like that, I'll put it on the board as well. It's right where my girls come in the morning and they love knowing a part of the plan for the day. They often ask or they just go to the board and take a peek. And so I've really involved them in the meal planning process over the weekend. I typically sit down and they're also in a little habit now. I used to just always ask, well, what are we going to have? And I'd have to ask them specifically about the vegetables. And now that's usually the first thing they name. Well, can we have carrots and Brussels sprouts, or can we do sweet potatoes? And then we plan around a lot of the vegetables and the plants so that I know that they're going to be eating those things through the week. And I ask how they're going to help prepare for it as well. So on the weekend, we might be doing some chopping or making a soup or really planning ahead for some of those meals. If we're going to do any sauerkraut or fermented foods, that's a great time to do it. Getting everything on the meal board, obviously. And then during the week, just to ease up some time, like in the morning, perhaps, when everyone's getting ready, or if there's a child who sort of needs something to engage in, we might give them the job of cutting carrots for the evening meal. I might do that at the dinner hour as well, say tonight's meal for tomorrow's meal, and see how they can participate and plan and prep as well. I found that my kids really love participating in the meals. We also have some jobs afterwards where everybody helps clear and clean up, and it just creates an easier flow to that whole meal time. So I want to invite you to just take one tiny step this week in creating a greater ease in your meals for the week. If that's planning a couple meals, go for it. If it means just really sitting down and thinking about some recipes or your groceries this week, do it. If you're interested in kind of setting up a system for yourself, whatever it is, so wherever you are in the stage, take it one tiny step. Don't make a huge leap. Just one tiny step, and notice how that feels in your evening dinner hour. And then let me know. You can email me at carla@discoveryourcenter.com. You can show up on the Discover Your Center Facebook page, or if you're in Align and Thrive, just show up on the community forum. I want to know. Take care.